Oh, honey girl. Let's get some of that serotonin dopamine. Yeah. Honey girl. Beautiful soul. Extremely blessed to have her. Oh. Oh. I can't wait until ice comes here to Corning. I'm going to message them a couple more times. They probably already know. But I guess they're going to try to get the big cities first and these smaller ones. And hopefully they support everybody that's helping them too. I don't really care. People have called me so much shit. Um, but they're criminals for being here illegally. So, and just because you come here and you have a child and it gets paid for, uh, I like when Tom Homan says families can be deported together. At least keeping the families together, and at least you're getting a plane ride back or whatever. Uh, you're probably going to get some money too. I'm sure. You're probably. I don't know what's going to happen to all your shit here, but think about it. If you don't pay your storage, what happens to it? If you don't pay your rent, you get kicked out. That's being here legally. You know, to be illegal, you get so much more so beneficial because they wanted voters. Everybody's against this. Are the people that are employing them, and like the guy owner of Loctite out here, storage, hiding the workers in his condemned mobile home. While Americans are on the streets, and while military vets have to fight for everything, it's ridiculous. But I don't care what people say to me. You know, what do I have to lose? Nothing. I don't care. They hide behind their phones anyways. They don't do what I'm doing right here. I'll say it to their face, and I tell them that too. But when in these small towns, when it's when the law harassment is corrupt, they protect all that because they're getting money, you know, and they just get promoted or they get sent to a different area. So everything needs to drain the corrupt swamp, basically. And the whole thing with the illegals, they're just making it worse for themselves because now you're exposing yourself more. So you're gonna get deported faster. So I think it's great because the wages are lower, yeah, and I'm trying to do side jobs, or find a job that I can make extra money on top of the disability I'm getting, or go back to work like I did last time again. Work 75 to 120 hours a week, but at least that way I'd be making more money. But with what they did with Big Pharma when they put me on the wrong meds, and then I almost myself, and it screwed me up. So I mean, there's lawsuits against that, but you sign so many papers and stuff, and you think people are going to be there to help you, and they're not. Uh, so, but I don't really care. I've been called so many things. I could do the whole list, but I don't really care. So I don't really care about those people. So only individual I care about is my honey girl. Look at her; she's so cute, huh? Oh, you're nice and warm. Look at you, happiness. We're gonna go play when it gets a little bit more warm. But I gotta cover with the blanket. That's what I do. So it gives me purpose. Only purpose I care about. So here's the beeping sound. Let's go cover her up. What are you doing, cutie pie? Look at you. Did the belly hungry? Is your belly hungry, huh? Yeah, the belly hungry. Kitty cats tried to take your food yesterday, huh? Your kitty cats are crazy. But you like them though. You just want to chase them. These right here, nice and cuddly. Love it. Daddy love it. And if the insurrection happens, well, I honestly think the military should be coming to all these places and, we should protect against just domestic threat, and then unless it's really like a genocide thing, you know, the foreign shit like that. But we should protect the United States of America. That's my opinion. But and I think a lot of people understand that. You know, some don't, but yeah, they protect against foreign and domestic. But the government gets everybody into so much shit outside the United States, and then the United States is falling apart. It's supposed to be united. United we stand, divided we fall. So all this shit going on, the protesting like that, it's not peaceful. Trying to make you want the ICE guys to remove their face coverings. They do that for a reason, because they have families and stuff. And people threaten, I mean, they should be able to question anybody, if you don't have the right documentation, then you could have left already. And I don't understand why it's like, it's so much more beneficial to be here illegally than legally. So, but California, we got that fucking idiot, Gavin fucking Newsom, running the state into the ground. And I'm just trying to get out of the state because it's not beneficial to us. I mean, it is if you're here illegally and you get a free Class A. Look where that's going. I saw that a long time ago. It's like, come on, really? But some of these clowns that I see like operating a truck, I'm like, and how they're backing it up and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? And roundabouts, they almost tip it over. I mean, of course, the roundabouts are kind of stupid anyways, but some people just can't navigate those in a car. But this chick wearing what are those Jean-Co pants where they're like super big, you can't imagine rolling those pants, the big old, I got the pants on, I got the pants, check me out, I got my Starbucks here, I got my Starbucks, I got my casino coffee that I didn't leave on the bumper, which is good. And some Mountain Dew. What a combination that is, huh? Very tasty. So that guy with the nitrogen tank, I'm like, after I told him I was going to just drain the nitrogen out of it, I said, he didn't get back to me, so I said, oh, well, I have somebody else that wants it. He goes, go ahead and give it to him. I'm like, nobody else wants it. But the guy's just an idiot, just trying to like pay less, I don't care. I don't need to sell it that bad. I mean, well, I do, but I'm not to that idiot. So it's a she-male Karen. Yo. Anyways. Yo, Dre, that's all we got to say.